Right. I'm multitasking in here today. I'm trying to video, audio. You know, we just gonna
do it all.
my help ain't here today, so I'm gonna make the best of it.
Sounds
so
good.
before the first question is, what is a GMO?
Okay, that's a good question. So GMO is a genetically modified organism, and today we're going to be talking about specifically about food. And so what that is, it's where they take the gene out of the DNA of one animal or vegetable or fruit, and then they basically shoot it into another, and thereby they do it for different reasons. So like for instance in corn, they've added BT, which is basically a pesticide, so that it's grown inside of the corn. So if, like, their idea is, if something eats it, it'll die. Well, unfortunately, we're also ingesting that. So yeah,
like corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Man.
Or like corn chips or corn tortillas.
No.
Or any and everything that has corn syrup, any derivative of it, actually.
No. I had to. Wow.
Yeah, and corn is just one of the examples. I mean, here in the United States, I would say the most common ones are corn, canola, cotton, soy, papaya, zucchini. And they make up over 80% of the food in our food supply.
So you just named some of the main things we need to eat.
Oh yeah, and now those things are also
to stay healthy.
Well, and also those things are subsidized now, so that means that they're really inexpensive for farmers to grow. So now they're just putting those products in everything. Like if you look at the ingredients of most things, they have corn or soy in them because it's inexpensive for them to do.
Wow, so genetically modified organism. So, I mean, how long has this been going on? I mean, because
now technically the growth hormone that's in milk is also considered, it's genetically engineered, basically. So, I mean, it's been going on for about 30 years at least.
Wow.
And really, unfortunately, as the free country that we're supposed to be, we're actually probably the least informed country of any country, because most countries, there's been several countries that are refusing our imports now. And then there's a ton of countries that have also banned GMOs in their own countries. They've even gone so far to, as if they're growing crops, to going and burning those crops, because the problem is that they can spread themselves. So they're starting to cross-pollinate with other things, and that's the problem, is that this could spread like a wildfire, and literally there could be a point in our history where there is no such thing as a natural food. And in fact, that is actually the goal of the seed companies. Monsanto is the largest seed company, and they are a U.S. company, and that's their goal. They did, I think it was about 10 or 15 years ago, they said, by the year, I want to say it was like 2015, or it's very soon approaching, that they wanted to have 100% of the seeds on the market genetically modified. 100%. So what they did is they took that goal and they've worked backwards from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Monsanto?
Yes.
They're
enemy number one.
So they're actually injecting the seeds.
I mean, they're doing all
what all products?
Stuff. Oh God!
I'm gonna make the FBI come and get us today. As
That's
long as you down to go, we gonna go.
I'm standing up for my friends and my family, and the thing is that really, if this doesn't change now, I won't have a job, because there will be no such thing as nutrition.
Right.
There won't. And so I mean,
what kind of products do they manufacture?
So any corn products, soy, cotton, canola, which those are our biggest things that we manufacture here in the United States. That we grow. So what else? They're doing, the growth hormones that's in milk that most other countries rejected and we pushed through. Salmon is a new one that they're doing. I just got an email the other day about a eucalyptus plant. There was a huge ordeal. I want to say it was like in the late 80s with tryptophan, which is a supplement that you can take that's it's good for a lot of things, that there was genetically modified, I think it was a bacteria that was in that caused some people to die. There was huge adverse reactions, which it's listed on that Seeds of Deception website, and it's in this book as well, more about that. So I mean, really the problem is that it's everywhere in our food supply, because I mean, there's a lot of products that you put on your skin that have these in it. I mean, it's everywhere, and that's the problem, is that we need to realize this so that we can make it stop before it gets to a point where there's no turning back.
So you mentioned, so we got the book in here called Seeds of Deception.
Yes.
And then we got the website pulled up in here. Seeds of Deception. I'm looking at the article where it says the FDA rejected the whole Simon thing.
That's surprising because the FDA is like, they're very intertwined with this.
It says tell FDA it's saying tell the FDA do not approve genetically engineered salmon.
Anytime, like, there's websites you can go to where it'll send you links for like petitions you can sign and everything. Because what's happening is they're taking our focus off of this and, you know, putting it onto other things so that we aren't realizing what's going on. But there's things like this pushed through all the time. I mean, just a few weeks ago, the Monsanto Protection Act, it's not officially called that, it's a farmer's bill of some sort, but basically it's a bill that's passed that this Monsanto company, they can produce foods and fertilizers and everything, and if there's side effects associated with it, it doesn't matter. They basically have free reign of doing so. And it's important to mention too that the former vice president of Monsanto he creates the policies at FDA now.
Huh?
Yeah. Exactly. And he was appointed during the Obama administration. The last